Hi guys, it's Susanna from Madrid, Spain. I'm making this video because some of you asked me if I could explain how to awaken Kundalini energy. First thing I have to say is that at first I didn't want to share my knowledge because I have heard that it was dangerous, and because I have felt myself it could be dangerous, as I felt it like such a huge energy that could kill me. That's how I felt it. But at the same time, I know dying is not a problem in this process. In fact, it is a part of the process. At least your ego must die. So dying is not a problem. If you have any problem with dying, then don't watch this video. Um, when does this energy decide to go through a vessel and not through another? This energy flows when it finds no obstacles, no ego, no desire, no anything, when it finds a being or a person in a state of surrender, in a state of openness, receptivity, and gratitude. So, should you desire to have a Kundalini experience? No, because uh, desire means you have no gratitude. Desire means you think you need something, so you don't know who you are. Desire means that you feel incomplete, lacking. You need something, you need enlightenment, right? That's bullshit. You're absolutely complete. It is your ego that feels unsafe, but behind it, you're totally safe, totally complete, very much. Okay, so um, first of all, don't desire, don't expect, and don't seek Kundalini. That's why I call this video "Prepare for Kundalini," because I teach you some techniques that you can use in order to purify your body, just in case Kundalini wants to arise through you. Okay, but you have to know that you don't need Kundalini. Kundalini is just a realization of who you are, but you don't need to know. Your ego does not need to know who you are, so that you are who you are, because you are who you are anyway. Okay, so I'm going to give you 8 steps or practical things, habit transformations that I have suffered 4 months before Kundalini awakening. And basically, it's about the purification of your body and mind, and also about the control of your energy field. Okay, so um, first one is celibate. I was celibate for 3 months before Kundalini. No masturbation, no thoughts of sex, because for me sex didn't even exist. I had just broken with a partner and I was very sad, and I was reading Buddhism and stuff. So this is important because Kundalini is sexual energy. Okay, so if you preserve that sexual energy, when Kundalini rises, it will be more abundant and more powerful. Okay. Second, not alcohol. Uh, I stopped drinking alcohol 1 year before Kundalini, but I did not drink alcohol at all, not even a little bit, for the 3 or 4 months before Kundalini. And I also stopped smoking cannabis 7 years before Kundalini happened. So there was no cannabis in my brain or any other substance. 3. Diet. I stopped eating meat, sugar, and junk food 2 months before Kundalini. And not because anybody told me, just because I felt it. You know, it's very important that you feel what your body needs, what you need to eat, and what not. Okay. Number 4, yoga. I started practicing yoga about 6 months before Kundalini awakened, and but I had practiced yoga only for 10 times in my entire life before Kundalini. What I have to say is that I practiced it. Most of those sessions were in nature, without a blanket, without anything, just over the grass, like a very, very natural experience. And also being alone. That is a very important way of practicing yoga, not just in a group. Okay, so these first 4 steps are about the purification of the body, and This is important because in order for Kundalini to come through your body, it must it must find no obstacle, as I have just said, and that means no ego, no desire, but also no dark entities, no um, low vibrational entities that we are that we have in our bodies and in our auras. And these entities feed of our energy through sex, through drugs, through food. Okay, that's why it is so important. Celibate, not drugs, diet, yoga. But these entities also feed of you through your thoughts, through your negative thoughts. So that's why the step number 5 is meditation. I was meditating about 20 minutes every day, 3 months before Kundalini awakened. Okay, it is very important to not procrastinate the meditation, because the day I had my Kundalini experience, which was the most amazing experience I've ever had, I didn't want to meditate that day. In fact, I was going to bed like, no, 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 I'm going to bed. I'm not meditating today. This is the most horrible day I've ever had. But at the end, I just dropped the cushion to the floor and I just sat down. Because for me it was a huge rule. It was something I could not delay. It was every day I was doing it. Okay, but at the same time, don't punish yourself. Be kind with you when you meditate. Okay. And for the type of meditation that I practice, I recommend you to read The Power of Now, which helped me a lot to develop a type of meditation that I call fourth dimensional meditation. It's about entering in the present moment, paying attention as if you were traveling to the fourth dimension. Okay, fourth dimension is time. It is said that beings that live in the fourth dimension can travel through time. Okay, because fourth dimension is time. So it's about to step into the present moment as if you were looking for more time inside time. How do you do this? You do this using what I call the newborn child attention. You, with your eyes closed, you look to this point as if you were a newborn child, as if it was the first time you had opened your eyes ever. This look, this type of view is open, is there is expectation, openness, and at the same time relaxation. And you repeat this type of attention all the time, as if every second you were born. Okay, this is pure consciousness. All right, pure consciousness is wisdom. The wisdom of a kid is the same wisdom of an old person. Okay, it's just attention. I also recommend you to use affirmations um, before and after meditations, or just before or just after. I read the Golden Book of the I Am of Saint Germain, and I will put the links in the description below of the books I mentioned, so you don't have to write down or anything. Uh, so yes, the most important affirmation is I am, or I am now. You can meditate on with this mantra. So you say I am now, and you use the newborn child attention just with that thought that I am. And if your mind gets distracted, you repeat I am now. That is a very powerful meditation that I was practicing before Kundalini. So, number 6, pre-meditation visualization. This is another huge topic. It's very important to visualize. Visualization, or Vajrayana, it is one of the most secret Tibetan Buddhism techniques ever, and it's also related to Kriya Yoga. I recommend you to do it at night so that your third eye is, or using a hat so that your third eye is dark, because that helps you to use your imagination better. So what is visualization? Visualization is the process or the effort of imagining things that are not real, but the most you imagine, the most the more you imagine them, the more you feel them, and so they become real. And so I'm going to give you 4 techniques that, from my perspective, prepared the way for Kundalini. Most of them, I took them from the Pleiadian workbook of Amora Kuan Yin, and some of them are very well known, and some others are not. And uh, to me, that I will explain it later. Okay, first, watch your chakras clean with shiny, bright, glowing colors, one by one, starting up and going down, and then up again. And just visualize them beautifully, okay? With a lot of colors. Second technique of visualization, imagine your aura with different colors and experiment, play with the feelings that you get from that different colors. I recommend you to use the violet flame, as it is a transmutational energy that changes dark into light. And also to imagine that around you there is a shield of light about this far, okay? And imagine that some dark frequency is coming next to you, and imagine, visualize how your shield repel that energy or transmute it into light. Just visualize that. Visualize yourself protected and clean and colorful. Um, this is very important because you need to develop not only body awareness but also aura awareness, so that something that is here, you may feel it as if it was inside of you, as if it was inside of your body. Um, this has a very important protection function, because you will develop eventually, and especially after Kundalini, the power of mm, seeing or feeling thoughts coming to you. Not your thoughts not are not in your brain. Some of your thoughts come from outside. Some of so when you meditate and you feel that some thought is coming here, or it's coming from the back, and you will find out that the thoughts that come from above are usually good ones, okay, or intelligent thoughts, important thoughts. Well, for example, a thought that comes from the back usually is an unconscious thought or a repressed thought, negative thoughts. You can also feel that when you're with people, you start to feel that their thoughts coming to you, okay, as if you were using telepathic um, powers, okay. And you can protect yourself, of course, using the shield. You have to imagine and visualize this, okay. Okay, so the third third visualization technique is to imagine a tube of light of this size, starting from Muladhara chakra to the center of the earth. If you're a woman, you have to imagine this tube from Spadhisthana chakra to the center of the earth also. You have to play with different colors and try to see which one you like better each day or each moment. And do this every day. It is very important that you feel grounded. Um, Connection with earth is, I cannot emphasize how important it is in order to awaken Kundalini. It is basic. You cannot awaken Kundalini without this type of knowledge and this type of practice. I can tell you. You need to connect with Mother Earth consciously, because Mother Earth is not just a bunch of rocks and stuff. Mother Earth is a being. It's consciousness. It's aware of you, and if you talk to her sincerely, she is going to receive that energy, and she's going to answer, but she's not going to answer with words. She's going to answer with energy. And that is how I felt Kundalini awakened. I felt Kundalini awakened because I made a conscious connection with Mother Earth, And she responded to me like that. Okay. So Mother Earth is not just Mother Earth. Mother Earth is in another plane, Shakti, or the cosmic mother. Okay, metaphorically, it is much more than just a planet. Um, so, and also, why you need to make this Earth connection? Because our Muladhara chakras are frequently blocked, our root chakra, because we don't accept that we are here on Earth, because we don't want to be here unconsciously or consciously. We are depressed, we have anxiety, we have suicidal thoughts, so we are not really comfortable here. Or maybe we would like to be with God, or things like that. You don't have your feet on the ground, and you cannot awaken Kundalini if you don't have your feet on the ground and your root chakra connected to Mother Earth. Why? It is a physical problem, okay? It's a metaphysical problem. Imagine a tree whose roots are not in the earth. Imagine a tree with the roots like this, okay? Some are in and some are out. What happens is that probably the sun is going to burn the tree, okay? The same happens with your electrical body. You need electrical gravity for your electric body, and not also physical gravity. So, and why is this? Because very often our astral bodies, our energetic bodies, are not exactly in our physical body. It is somehow like in and out, up and down. Even if it is just a centimeter away, uh, the problem is that even if it is just that little, your all of your meridians, nadis, all of your connection systems are not merged with your circulatory system, veins, with your nervous system. Okay, so they are not merged. You cannot receive higher energies because that would damage your physical body. Do you follow me? That that is why it is so important. Kundalini awakening, among other things, what does in your body is to awaken your cat body, which is the meridians, all the channels, all the little channels in your body are enlightened. So if you are not connected to Earth, you cannot do this. Okay, this is the fourth visualization technique, and this is very, very, very important. This is, for me, the technique that triggered Kundalini, because I started practicing it just a couple of weeks before Kundalini awakened. And it is about imagining a thread of light coming from a sun inside. Imagine a sun over your head, and you imagine that a little thread of light is coming into your Sahasrara chakra, into your Ajna chakra, and then it comes down to your through your spinal cord. Very, very slowly you imagine this. At first you feel nothing, okay? You don't feel it, you just visualize it. But over the days and weeks, you will start to feel it, okay? And why is this important? Because your spinal cord is where most entities are uh, sucking your energy, and it's also um, where a lot of blockages and traumas and karma are located. That is why the Freemasons, the higher degrees, are called 33-degree Freemason, because they have awakened Kundalini through the 33 vertebrae. And so it is basic step to have your spinal cord free and expanded. Okay, next thing the seventh step, this is the last one, is that you have to try to contact with your light beings, benevolent beings, and with your higher self, and ask them to protect you during sleep and during meditation, and ask them to not allow you to make any deceiving contracts with dark entities, so that you cannot be harmed. Because you're going to appreciate their presence, the presence of these beings, when you have the Kundalini experience. And you will feel less fear knowing that they are next to you, even if you don't see them, as myself, because I don't have clairvoyance, but you feel their presence. And that's very important. Okay, you have to be familiarized with their color or with their frequency, okay, to know that they are around. And also ask them to heal you through what I call healing chambers. You can read more about that in the Pleiadian workbook. Healing chambers are, you just invoke these beings while you're laying down, you know, and they come to you and they fix your electrical system and your chakra system, and then they go back to their place, okay, but they help you fix your body so that you can absorb these higher energies. All right, guys, so um, this is all. I just want to add that in order to have a Kundalini experience, you need to be open, to be receptive, and to feel gratitude, not feel that you lack anything. And if you should not desire Kundalini, what should you desire? I recommend you to use this state when you meditate, okay? It is, whatever I receive, it must be something that is not for me only. Whatever I receive, it must be something that I can share with all beings instantly. Okay, and remember, as Adyasanti said, how do you know somebody got enlightened? Because the seeker was not there when the enlightenment happened. Okay, the enlightenment or the Kundalini is not for you. So don't wish anything for you. Wish that whatever you receive is something you can share with others, because that's your ultimate nature, sharing. If you desire something only for yourself, it is going to be very little thing, okay? If you desire the truth, if you desire the whole thing, the whole truth, it is not for you, and you cannot experiment it. You can experiment it only after your ego dies. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoy this video and it helps. Please let me know if this works for you. And if you like my video, subscribe. If you want to comment, that would be great. See you in the next video. Bye bye.